Our view was that the retail market in California is critical. The retail market in LA County is a huge part of that. We've got in LA County 40% of the population of California in one county. But looking at cannabis retail in Los Angeles as a focus for us, simple thesis, we felt it was broken. Most of our friends would not be seen dead in a dispensary. The engagement was low, customer service wasn't really critical, user experience overall subpar.
From MJBulls Media, it's the Raising Cannabis Capital Show. Today on Raising Cannabis Capital, we are continuing this month's Cannabis Dispensary Spotlight Series with Tim Dodd, the CEO of Sweet Flower. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dan. Good to be here. How are you?
I'm fine. I appreciate you taking time out today to talk to us about all the exciting things that you and your team are doing in Southern California. Sweet Sweet Flower is one of the largest operators in LA, which is, it's got to be the most competitive, complex market there is. Why do you think your dispensaries are thriving in this market?
Yeah, LA is a very complicated market. We started Sweet Flower in only about 18 months ago, in kind of June of 18, with a very simple thesis. Our view was that the retail market in California is critical. The retail market in LA County is a huge part of that. We've got in LA County 40% of the population of California in one county. Wow. 8th biggest state by population in the nation if it was a state. So, huge market and very, very kind of cannabis intending, very leaning forward on cannabis use and consumption. Fairly non-stigmatized, so accepted widely, socially, a huge potential market. But looking at cannabis retail in Los Angeles as a focus for us, simple thesis, we felt it was broken. Most of our friends would not be seen dead in a dispensary. The engagement was low, customer service wasn't really critical, user experience overall subpar. Mm-hmm. And I think most importantly, at least for what Sweet Flower is doing, there's a huge white space that's not being addressed. Most of the stores that we looked at in 2018, when we were really setting Sweet Flower up, were focused on one demographic, young male. Yeah. That's fine. That's a very well-served demographic now in Los Angeles. And we were thinking, okay, there's a different market here for older, boomer, millennial, professionals, non-male, diverse, inclusive crowd of people that are not really being served or being attracted that well to cannabis. And that's been proven to be the case. Our market sector is older. It's people who are coming in primarily for pain management, for anxiety management, for stress relief. I think that market's really the market that is underserved. We want to focus on the need and the need state. Why are you here today? How can we help you? What are you looking to do?
You talked about a lot of the aspects of your strategy, but the store and the look, even the name, it's very subtle. It doesn't scream the typical stereotypical cannabis jargon.
420, push bank. Yeah.
I think that low-key approach, I suspect it's got to be helpful for attracting new-to-cannabis type customers.
Yeah, there's different approaches for different people. Some people want to go to a dispensary that looks like a nightclub, and that's fine. That's just not our customer base. Our customer base comes to us because we are a little more subtle. I think we're still very cool, and I think the brand is super comfortable. And not calling it something masculine or something related to the plant and subtle has, I think, made people think, okay, that's not a typical store. That's maybe under a different, maybe female leaning. It is a flower, and it is sweet, and it's kind of nice and pretty. And
you build it into sort of the story that permeates throughout your entire organization. I was laughing when I was reading, you refer to cannabis as the floral frontier, and your associates are sweet florists. I mean, it just creates, it's great. I think those are great.
We like kind of brand forward, a brand direction that fits our thesis, which is that this is for everyone. I don't mind if people call our stuff bud tenders, but we don't. We refer them as your sweet florist. And
it's good.
If we're going to do events at people's homes, we'll send up our florists, and we'll send up our delivery truck with the flower in it. So I think it's kind of fun. The launch and kind of how we went about this, I think, has been pretty true to how we feel about that thesis, that this sector is broken. Some people looking at the industry kind of think it's like tech. The difference between tech and retail is that there's actually room in retail for lots of different market segments. And there's room in cannabis for lots of different licensed dispensaries to focus on their own markets.
I want to take a short break to play you a preview of our next episode and to thank our sponsors.
And so, we're focusing on larger metro areas. So that's Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose, Las Vegas, Denver. And those are, that'll keep us busy for a little while. We have a couple of binding LOIs in place that I can't exactly say which ones yet or the exact locations, but that's Los Angeles and Las Vegas to start.
Tune in on Thursday to hear the next episode of the BioTrack Cannabis Dispensary Spotlight Series with Paul Henderson from High Times. And now let's get back to today's show. You have 6 licensed locations right now, and some of them are up and some of them are under construction. Where are you in that process?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So we have 4 in the city of Los Angeles, 3 that are running right now, Arts District, Melrose, and Studio City. The last one of which are opening up in a month or so is Westwood. We are the highest scoring applicant in Culver City. We're ecstatic about Culver City. We are the only downtown Culver City location. And then the last one that we're kind of working through is Pasadena.
It's fairly expensive to do these type of expansion. Are you raising capital?
So yeah, we are finalizing a capital raise right now. The interesting thing about Sweet Flower is we have not taken any outside money. The money that we've invested has been the capital from myself and my partner, essentially bootstrapped Sweet Flower to date. So wow. While we're kind of mature in kind of the business raise and what we've done, this is our first outside round. So we're looking for a small amount of money. So in addition to finalizing the build outs of some of these locations and pursuing new locations, the core focus for us for this year is driving the marketing message. We built a beautiful brand. We built these beautiful locations. We've been focused on winning more stores and more locations, but 2020 is the year for us to achieve, what I think are some very achievable goals. And that will be driven by operations and marketing.
And that's not inexpensive. When bringing in quality team and getting the message out there and opening stores, it makes sense that, now is the time to start with raising some capital. And
yeah.
I'll have all of Tim Dodd's and Sweet Flower's information in the show notes and on MJBulls.com. So if you want to learn more about investment opportunities, you'll be able to reach out to him directly. Tim, a lot of information. I really appreciate you taking the time to explain everything that's going on with Sweet Flower, and it's very exciting.
Wonderful. Yeah, thanks, Dan. I really appreciate it. We're very excited. We're very bullish for this year.
Have you back on next year and see where you are.
Yeah, it'd be great. Much appreciated. Take care.